Hello everybody and welcome to Sin City Living. My name is Jason. I'll be bringing you today's episode. As always, please hit that like and subscribe button. We have a ton of content coming out for you guys every single day. Certainly don't want to miss a thing. Don't forget to tune in on Thursdays and Tuesdays for our premiere videos with the live chat. Chance to come on in, give us suggestions for videos, any questions you may have, ideas you may have, or just in general BS with us. We always enjoy just sitting there shooting the crap with our fans. So please join us on Thursdays at 6 o'clock. I'm there every single Thursday. Amy is in on most of those as well. And the Tuesdays at 4:30. So far, I have not missed a single one. Work may interfere with that, but I'll always go back and check the logs. All of this is just leading up to our chance to start live streaming, where we'll do our craps tournament with our fans participating. Probably do a patron-only live stream craps tournament as well. Then add in some blackjack, pai gow, baccarat, whatever we can think of, and probably have a continuous craps tournament going at all times. Live stream is going to give us so many options we can do. Shout out to Wes and everybody else that's given us a super chat, super sticker tip on these live chats. It's always appreciated. Just like all of our patrons, we appreciate all those tips and support, and we hope you guys are enjoying those exclusive videos that we're putting out for you guys. Now that we're starting to put out the entire dice class, 2 videos a week, we hope you guys are enjoying it. And otherwise, we're going to go straight into today's video. So for this video, I'm going to be answering an email that was sent to us. Please email us, guys. I only got 2 emails in the last couple of weeks, so please email us with any strategies or any questions. I did answer this on the email, but I figured I'd go ahead and answer it in a video as well. This is probably going to be a fairly short video. It's fairly quick answers. I'll go into a little bit more details about some of the bets. But the player was asking about direct lays. Direct lays and how they work and how they pay. And what he was asking was, he said, look, he's like, let's say I do $50 on a no 10 and $50 on a no 4. Okay. Now this is 102 action because he's going to have to pay $1 vig per bet. Or if it's one of those casinos that combines them, either way it would still be a $2 vig. So this is actually $102 in action. And he asked, well, if I do a no 4 and a no 10 and one of those comes out on the come out roll, does that mean it loses? Yes. When you do a no any number, when you do a direct lay behind any number, you are betting that a 7 comes before that number rolls. That is exactly what you were betting. If that number were to roll, yes, you lose. If a 7 were to roll, however, yes, you win. So if you're in a come-out roll situation and a 4 rolls, right, down behind the 4. That's the first thing that they're going to say, down behind the 4. That's going to lose. It's going to come down. If a 10 were to roll, same thing, down behind the 10. If any other number rolls, it's a no harm, no foul type of situation. These are only affected by the particular number that rolls, or I can't see my hands. These are only affected by the particular number that rolls or a 7. So if a 7 were to roll, then he asked, okay, so if a 7 rolls, they win half, correct? Absolutely correct. On the 4 and 10, they win half. That $50 would win $25. Then he asked, do you get your original bet back? Yes, you do. You do not get the juice back. You do not get the vig back. The vig is where the house edge is, because these bets are basically, I have a friend that's been in the business for about 50 years. He's been a floor forever. I probably carved the dice out of knuckle bones from a mammoth he hunted down. But he would refer to direct lays or lays and odds, really any kind of lay, direct lay, or odds or buys as even money bets. They're not even money bets. They pay true odds. But what he was referring to was in the long run. In the long run, they are even money bets because they are true odds. If you played the same bet every roll for 6 months, at the end of that 6 months, statistically, you're going to be at an even keel. You won't be up, you won't be down. Now, it's very tough for statistics to actually fully smooth out, but any gains or losses would be very, 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 very minor because these, again, are true odds. So when it comes to direct lays, you're charged that vig because that's where the house has their house edge. They get the juice. Because otherwise, it'd just be a free bet. And they wouldn't lose anything because, again, over the course of time, it's an even money bet. But the casino really isn't in the business of just treading water. So they're going to make sure that they win a little bit on the rolls. So it's kind of like with odds. Odds are even money bets, or over the course of time, they pay true odds. So the odds themselves, the casino's not going to win or lose anything. The casino makes their edge off the pass line bet. So that's with the direct lays. Now, with direct lays, should you play direct lays? Should you play don't comes? It's stylistic. It's up to you. What do you want to do? Now, a lot of people, especially dealers, will look at the don't come as possibly the best bet. I know some dealers that play the DCs. I also know some poker players that play the DCs that they don't do lays. Wherever it travels, they leave it alone. That's it. Because it's made it past its danger point. The danger point, as we always say, is right here in the don't come itself. Getting past that don't come is the hardest part. If you can get past that don't come safely, now you're golden, because the odds favor you at this point. There is always more ways to hit a 7 than there is to hit any of these numbers that you may find yourself behind. So why don't they do a lay? Because again, over the course of time, lays are even money propositions. They're going to pay true odds. They pay true odds, which means they pay less than they win. Okay, let's look at the 5 and 9. Okay, let's look at this 5. Right? At least with the flat bet, you're getting paid even money. Once you've made it past this don't come, you're getting paid even money. Now, let's say you end up behind the 5 times. So statistically, with this player, let's say you have another player that does a, let's say a $45 lay. Okay? They do a $45 lay. Now, statistically, this player will win 5 times. Oh, I'm sorry, no. They're going to win 3 times, and they're going to lose twice, so they're going to be up a green. This player is going to win 3 times and lose twice. On their flat bet, they're up a green. What about their lay? Well, they're going to win. They're going to win $30 3 times. They're going to lose $45 twice. So a lot of players don't bother with the lay because they're just throwing more money out there for, in the long run, the exact same result. What's the point? That's how a lot of players, especially players that really look at the numbers, are going to look at it. So a lot of players prefer just to do the flat bet and make the money. They don't really make any money off of, in the long run, off of the other bets. Now, what's the advantages and the disadvantages between doing a don't come and doing a direct lay? Well, some of the disadvantages of a don't come is, again, this danger point right here. 8 ways to lose, 3 ways to win, 1 way to push. Anything else comes behind a number, and then the odds, of course, favor you. But how many of us have seen come-out rolls that had, say, 3 7s and 2 11s happen? I actually had a come-out roll the other day that was 5 7s in a row. 5 7s in a row. After the 5th one, somebody decided to go ahead and bet a 3-way 7, and I made the joke of, well, that'll fix it, and sure enough, that fixed it. The next roll was a 6. But you can definitely lose on the don't pretty easily. A lot of ways to lose. That makes it painful. Definitely painful. It's very difficult to get past that. Now, once you get past that, you get paid even money, so that is the advantage. You're getting paid even money, you're not paying any kind of juice, and you have the option for a lay. Another disadvantage, you don't get to pick your number. Now, I will say this. If you're going to play the don't come, doing a no action on a 6 or 8 roll is foolish, because again, 8 ways to lose, 3 ways to win. Right here, 5 ways to lose, 6 ways to win. You have the advantage. It doesn't matter what number you get behind. You have the advantage. I can't tell you how many times I've seen someone do a DC in 8 rolls. We go to travel. They say no action. We go, okay, no action. Very next roll, 7 out. Guess what? Just lost. Here, you'd have won $50. Here, you just lost $50. Okay, yes, these have a higher probability than some of the other numbers of rolling again, but the odds are still with you. Don't skip out on that. The odds are still with you. Now, with the direct lay, you get to pick your numbers. That's the advantage. The advantage is you get to pick your numbers. The disadvantage is that you have to pay the juice and there's no even money. You get paid for odds. So if you pick the numbers that most heavily favor you, the 4 and 10, you're going to get paid back half of what you lay. So you're actually going to make slightly less than half because of the juice. So that's the disadvantage there. Now, another thing that some people will do is they will use their lay. They will try and do direct lay on the come out roll because they don't want to. One problem that players will run into when they play the don't pass and the don't come is that it ticks off the other players, which, as I've mentioned before, I think is absolutely stupid. If I'm playing roulette and I bet red, I'm not mad at players that are betting black, thinking that they're betting against me. That's a whole bunch of idiocy. They're just betting what they think is going to happen. So people that do direct lays are actually smart because they know the most likely number to roll is the 7. So, but a lot of players do get very, very offended by it. So some players will prefer to do their direct lays only on the come out rolls, because on the come out roll, if a 7 rolls, everybody wins, including them. And then they use their direct lay for other options. So I know a player that does this. He'll throw us $155 and say, on a come out roll, and say no 5 or no 9. He does swap back and forth. And he had kind of a creepy sixth sense for it for a little while, where he'd switch to the 9 and the come out roll, 5 would roll. But eventually these started hitting down behind on him because the odds do catch up to you. But he would only do it for the come out roll. So then, let's say an 8 rolls. He would actually throw in another $5 and say, take my lay down and give me a cross including. When you take your direct lay down, you do get the juice back. Because you took your bet down, you get the juice back. And then he would use it to go ahead and set himself up with a 168 cross including. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea at all. I know a few players that do very, very similar things. I know somebody that does a $51 no 10 on the come out roll. Then as soon as the number hits, they say, give me inside, or give me 51, 5, 6, 8, 51 action, because they get their juice back. So now they've got 3 units each on the 5, 6, 8. Maybe they turn it into an iron cross, maybe they just want to play the 5, 6, 8. Or they'll turn it 51 inside, or if it's a different point, then maybe they say, you know what, give me 48 inside. Or if it ends up before 10, they say, give me 44 inside. They use their direct lay, take it down, get their juice back, and use it to get inside bets. So I hope this answered the question that was sent to me. And thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys find it interesting, illuminating, enlightening, or just plain fun. We will catch you guys next time. Bye now.